Welcome back, loyal listeners. Welcome back, great new followers. Oh, it is the 2026 Speak on the Sports NFL Draft Show, day one. And I would not want to be anywhere today but with you discussing this draft. Tonight's flow is basically we're going to break down number one draft. Folks, we're going to talk about the top prospects, the top tiers, sleepers, steals, overhyped players, media hype players. We're going to talk about players that won the Underwear Olympics, which is our combine. We're going to talk about, pre-draft trades if we get a chance, and we're going to give you our draft predictions. And we want to have fan live interaction. So if you see what's scrolling on top here, click to join the show. Just copy that down, https://FitN4DS. QCQ, and you'll be part of the program. I'll get you in. You can discuss what your team is about, what you think your team is going to do, and if your team, one of those teams that need to win this draft this year. So, welcome back, and welcome to the Speak on the Sports 2026 NFL Draft Show live rundown. I will be accompanied for the next hour by my buddy T the Great. That's what he's calling himself these days. We'll see what happens after his predictions go wrong for this draft. But a little bit about this draft, guys. I definitely want to hear your fan interaction. I want to know what kind of draft you think this is. Is this a draft that is all about offensive players? Is it a defensive guy? Is it someone that's going to shape their organization? Because if you look at the disparity between number one quarterback, number two, and everything else after that, which team has to hit a home run? Which team just doesn't have the firepower to get there? All right, we're live with Speak on the Sports 2026 NFL Mock Draft Show, day one. As I said before, click on the link, and you can join the program as well. Which teams need the draft to survive today? Which team draft is basically they have to hit it, or this is something that is going to reverberate for the next 5 or 6 years? Is it your team? Is it the Cleveland Browns? You've been picking number one for a while. Dexter Lawrence just went away from the Giants for the number 10th overall pick. The Giants were 3-14 last year, so they're 4-13. Think about that. Is this the time? New regime, $100 million coach in John Harbaugh. Do the Giants come out of the muck of the NFC East and stake their claim to the NFC East crown with these picks? The Giants have been picking up there now. Got a lot of picks the last years, but what have they done with them to put them over the top is the key right now. So they're picking 5 and 10. Are the Giants a team today that need to pick correctly today? All right. Are the Dallas Cowboys the team that need to get picked? They need to have their draft go well today. I don't know. Is it the Atlanta Falcons who just got rid of their quarterback and relying on a young man who got injured last year? Is it the Raiders? Is Fernando Mendoza the guy? There's a lot going on this year. I can't wait to share it. I want to hear what you got to say. Click the link. So we're going to start going out. We're going to talk about, things like top prospects. So what top prospects or tiers do you think there are in with regard to franchise quarterback? Is there a franchise quarterback in this draft? We all say it's Fernando Mendoza. Is he a franchise quarterback? I want to hear you guys' take on that. I know T will definitely want to talk to that, but in my case, I think he's the only one with franchise traits that I see. He's playing a lot of big games. I look at Ty Simpson. I see a guy that just needs more games under his belt. Even though Fernando Mendoza was a transfer from Cal, he played in some games. He had that experience in big games in Indiana as well. But I think he's the only franchise quarterback that I see in this draft. All right, what defensive game changers are here? which teams need those guys. I know Dallas Cowboy fans want defense. Okay, Giants just lost a big part of their defense. Who else could use some defense? You got teams like the Tennessee Titans. What are they going to do? Do they draft an offensive player? What defensive players are game changers in this draft, in your opinion? So that's what I want to hear from you guys. Click the link, call in, leave a comment. I want to hear what you got to say, and definitely what T has got to say as well. But in my opinion, if you look at game changers, we have about 3 of them. You got Caleb Downs at the safety position. A lot of people are getting on him because he just typically doesn't have the size of an NFL safety, but you can put on weight, but you can't put on smarts. You looked at the tape with this kid. I think Caleb Downs is a gamer. Coming to Ohio State, I mean, safety's a big deal. His other buddy there, Arvell Reese. Excuse me, Arvell Reese is another one. Young kid, definitely could use a little bit more in his bag. But the NFL, that's where you hone those skills at. It's going to have a lot of veteran interaction to assist him in getting those moves right. But raw instinct to just knowing the game of football, Arvell Reese is definitely someone who's definitely a game changer. As soon as they get into the building, definitely a game changer. So, moving on to offensive playmakers. Offensive playmakers. Okay. Everybody got to have a little love in their heart, right? And my man T just got it. I wait for T to get settled. You got to have a little love in your heart, right? So it's always Jeremiah Love as an offensive game changer. I look at Jeremiah Love and I just say, who else is an offensive game changer? And it's pretty much a big drop off after that. A lot of people say Jordan Tyson, and I just look at Jordan Tyson and I think he plays very exciting player. But he's got a lot of injuries on his back. I don't think he's a playmaker, yes, but how long can you make those plays? I know I moved the goalpost a little further when I said how long, but I look at Jeremiah Love and he's that guy. Other playmaker, Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate, in my opinion, a lot of people don't like that he's not as quick or fast as he is, but I mean, look at Carter. I mean, was Carter the fastest guy in it, but he had hands? I mean, I look at Carter and I think that that's what he reminds me of. Carnell Tate. So those are my offensive players. And special teams playmakers. How many people are thinking out there that their team needs a special teams guy? All right. I'm telling you, special teams, you act like it doesn't pay. All right. Oh, there's my boy T right there. T, hold on. Add me to the stage. T, what's going on?
What's up?
We were just discussing special teams playmakers. I know we went over some breakout prospects. What are your breakout prospects with regard to, like, is there a franchise quarterback in this draft?
I wish that there was, but there's not. I mean, I thought there had a potential to be one, but he wasn't ready, and he chose to stay another year.
So you talking about Dante Moore. I do think Dante Moore did the best thing, and he went back to college. He will be the number 1 pick next year. Okay, so no, I had Fernando as slightly being small traits, but I don't look at it as like a total number 1. It's not going to be like a Peyton Manning or not even a Drew Brees. What's his name? I forgot his name. Retired from the Colts. Lord have mercy. Andrew Luck. Sorry, Andrew Luck. I didn't disrespect you like that, but Andrew Luck. There's no surefire number 1 as quarterbacks. All right, defensive game changer. Who's out there that's a defensive game changer in your book?
I'm going to let you take that first.
Okay, like I already told everybody else before, I like Arvell Reese. He's young. He's definitely he has a lot of got a lot of good traits. They'll have to learn a little bit of a pass rush. His handwork has to get better, but untapped potential with that kid. And also, I like the safety as well, Caleb Downs. A lot of people don't, think he's a really thick safety and not gonna help out in the box. But I mean, it's the NFL, man. That's why they got the $1 million gyms for. You can pack that weight on. But one thing I don't think you can pack on, is you coming in being knowing the game, knowing that position the way he knows it.
I mean, I think that I think the safety coming out of Ohio State, I think he's my game changer. I think he's um, Sony Styles. I think he's a hybrid linebacker. I think he's going to be really really the go-to game changer as far as defense goes. I like David Bailey from Texas Tech and Caleb Downs. But Caleb Downs, I'm wondering how he transitions. Everybody thinks he's going to be like Michael Parsons, but I don't know.
And that's the thing, right? How does he transfer? How does he transfer from college to to the NFL? And is it something that teams are looking for right now? I mean, a lot of teams want different things with regard to a safety, a box safety, a safety that can cover. I think he can learn majority of those things as far as he gains weight, Caleb Downs. But I don't think it's a problem. Our offensive playmakers. Mine was Jeremiah Love and Carnell Tate as playmakers in this draft. And when I say Jeremiah Love, come on, I don't have to discuss it a lot. The pick game, the game where he played, where he did the spin. I mean, he's definitely a playmaker. Carnell Tate reminds me more of a Carter type guy. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make the spectacular play. He's not going to run away from you, but he's definitely exciting to watch in this route. Who you got as offensive playmaker?
So I agree with both of those. But I'm a Notre Dame guy, so Jeremiah Love is there for me. But Jordan Tyson, I believe he has a big upside, and Max from Ohio State, the tight end. I believe he's a lot better than people give him credit for.
The tight end from where?
From Ohio State, Max Clare.
Max Clare, okay. All right. I did have Jordan Tyson as a playmaker, and I think I might have moved the goalpost when I said longevity as a playmaker, but
What's wrong?
I would have him as a playmaker. One thing that would scare me is his injuries, but he is a playmaker. All right, special teams. We left off at special teams when you arrived. I got Caden Wetjen, wide receiver, kick returner out of Iowa, and also, get this, a punter, Bert Thompson out of University of Georgia, UGA. You see that 75-yard punt that he had? Ridiculous.
Are you talking about your sleepers and early risers?
No. I'm talking about my breakout prospects. I'm just talking about special teams breakout people. I had Caden Wetjet, wide receiver, kick returner, Iowa, and Brett Thornton, punter at Georgia. He will get drafted. These two guys will get drafted. Special teams guys.
See, I got my breakout. My breakout is going to be Cole Payton.
Cole Payton from where?
From North Dakota.
North Dakota. All right, Cole Payton, North Dakota. A special team. We're definitely gonna look at that.
He's a QB, but I believe he's not gonna get reps at QB. He's gonna be like the wide receiver. He's gonna have to get on the field.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. And I look at teams that like special teams out there. Who likes to have their special teams play? What? Commanders, Cowboys. They got Turpin back there. So I mean, look at all the good things that happen on special teams. And you just got a kicker right now. That's the highest paid kicker in NFL history right now, $7 million a year. Come on, man. Where's he from? From Notre Dame. I don't need to say anymore. All right, on to the next. So what athletes, regardless of position right now, that their strengths that they have transferred to the NFL? I mean, who regardless of position, have those traits that transfer to the NFL? Like the day one, they can get out and start playing and be effective. I had mine. I had Fernando Mendoza. Okay, because he's going in a position where they're going to surround him with a lot of help. And if he needed to start, I think he would. I think he's not going to fail, but he's not going to have immediate success. But he's going to be able to play. My second person is Jeremiah Love. You put Jeremiah Love anywhere, give him a sliver of blocking, he's going to be exciting because he can do multiple things: run the ball, catch the ball, and if you put him on special teams, which I wouldn't, I don't think he would do bad on special teams as well. And Carnell Tate, like I said, I think he's already number 2 wide receiver on a team. He can go straight into the New York Giants, especially since Malik Neighbors is coming off injury and pick up most of the slack there. So those are my 3: Fernando Mendoza, Love, and Carnell Tate, with strengths that translate straight to NFL and help the team.
I don't think Mendoza is going to transfer well.
Who's that?
I don't think Mendoza is going to transfer well. I don't think he's going to transition well.
Okay. That's what we That's what the people is here for.
I think there's a lot of hype on Mendoza. I wasn't impressed too much with him in college.
Simply because he was from Indiana, the games they played, or just
I think he had a lot of guys that around him. I just saw one of his guys about 25 minutes ago. We were working out. His running back walked through the workouts, and my son was doing his workout, his training, and the running back walked through, getting ready to get ready for his draft, his draft party.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. You know who I'm speaking of, and I think he's underrated. I'm not a huge fan of him though.
Okay, so who is someone that regardless of but somebody you think in the draft, regardless of position, who is ready to contribute to a team and be successful?
So ready to contribute to the team. Jeremiah Love. I think Tate is there, but I'm going to give you a surprising one.
Okay.
Drew Aller, Penn State quarterback.
Drew Aller. Oh my God. Okay. Starting where? In the Arena League? I think he'll start in the Arena League.
I don't think he starts. I think he comes in, and I think he goes somewhere like Indianapolis.
You mean be on the scout team, like help that way?
I think mid-season he's in the game.
See, you don't sound great right now. Putting Drew Aller in an NFL game before you have faith in Fernando. Anyway, all right, moving on to
you fell.
Who's somebody that is a boomer bust that a team has to look out for if they draft him? I had number 1 overall. My boomer bust is most definitely Ty Simpson, the quarterback out of Notre Dame. I think he just had 15. Not out of Notre Dame, Alabama. I'll take that back. He's had 15 games, and those games he played in, he did not look good. I also go to his offensive lineman, Caden Proctor. When he first got in, he's supposed to be the next big thing. I think you're going to be sad with Caden Proctor. Reminds me of another Alabama offensive lineman. And also Gerard McCoy, quarterback, Tennessee. If you draft this kid, it's got to be in the later rounds. We also know his injury history, but he also has some type of, it's what they say, I can't quote it, but they're saying he has some type of degenerative disease in his knee. So, gotta look at that. So that's mine. Simpson, Proctor, and Gerard McCoy, quarterback out of Tennessee.
I think David Bell he's a boomer bust.
David Bell.
Coming out of Texas Tech. Yep. I think he goes late first round, and I think he has to be a boom.
Okay. Well, who's somebody you think could be a bust?
Fernando.
It's hard. You got Fernando Mendoza. Okay. I can't stop you from putting him up there.
I don't know what it is about him. I just don't.
I know he comes off. The man comes off like he's about to draw you a picture in crayon. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
He is the real deal, man. All right. So who changes culture day 1 in the draft? Who changes culture? Culture change.
Jeremiah Love.
See, this is what I'm talking about, man. That kid right there. I had Jeremiah Love being someone that could come in and immediately change the culture. So, on that. Yeah, he's a guy that comes in and changes the culture easily. In my opinion, Jeremiah Love does that.
I think. Oh, what happened?
Sorry, I just removed myself from the stage real quick. You
No,
good?
no, you good. You good. I think that he is. There's two running backs that I think are game changers.
Yeah,
Jeremiah Love, and I'm not a huge fan of the second one.
yeah.
Roman
Roman.
Dempsey out of Indiana,
Okay.
former University of Maryland star. I'm not a huge fan, but I think he's a game changer.
Well, I mean, games. I'm talking about somebody that changes the culture day one. Right? Somebody that's everybody's gonna follow this kid.
I think that's him because I think he has that work ethic. I think he's vocal. I think that he comes in and he's a day one difference maker. I think that he's a leader.
Okay. All right. You got that Indiana vibe going. Only thing you don't like on there is a quarterback. That's cool. All right. So sleeper steals and overhyped prospects. I know we talked about late risers, combine warriors versus film guys. We discussed that already. So we're gonna move on to who should your team draft? Who should your team draft at their prospective draft pick this year in the first round? Who should your team draft? And we're talking about the Washington Commanders, correct? Who should your team draft?
So I would hope that my team.
Who's your team, by the way?
Washington.
Who?
I would hope that they would draft Cardell Tate or the corner out of LSU.
Mansour Delaney?
Yes, but I believe they're going to draft Jeremiah Love.
What? Think Jeremiah Love goes all the way to number 7?
Yes.
7? So you think the Giants pass him up?
Yes.
And the other team, the team behind them, the Browns. You think they're not going to pick up Jeremiah Love?
No, I think the Browns get another wide receiver. I think that's where
Casey Concepcion, Cardell Tate go.
Yeah, I think that's where Tate goes. You got to give Shedeur Sanders something.
Okay. All right. So all right. So you want your team to get Jeremiah Love?
I think that's who we get. I mean, I won't be mad with the pick. I won't be excited, but I'll take the pick. It's a good pick.
He is a game changer. I must admit, Jeremiah Love is a game changer. And I think if you have your quarterback and him running a read option, it is ridiculous.
And we also picked up his high school running back. I mean, his college running back.
Don't say Jadarian Price.
From Tampa Bay, the guy from Tampa Bay. I can't remember his name offhand.
Okay, I don't remember his name, but Jadarian Price is another guy right there. All right, so number 5 with me. The Giants picking at 5 and 10. Now, there's a lot of different things that could happen here. I'd love for the Giants to pick up Sony Styles, the linebacker. I just think the dude is just ridiculous. Sony Styles. However, if Jeremiah Love is there, and people will say, I have to think about it myself.
Thank you.
You don't need a running back. You got Tracy. You got Shaq. You don't need another running back. I said to myself, you know what? We remember in 2018, we had Earth, Wind, and Fire. Man, that was some good running backs the Giants had. So right now, Earth would be Scatterboom, Wind would be Tracy, and Fire would be Jeremiah Love at number 5. I would love to see that.
But you also have these other running back. You got the running back room already. You just picked up one in the offseason.
No. We got rid of him. I didn't talk about he's Devin something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got rid of Devin. All right, so number 10. This is the thing. There's a lot of things we can do here, right? But I said I want Sony Styles at 5. And if Arvell Reese is there at 8, at 10, definitely get him. But if not, we definitely have to get Cardell Tate there. We got to get a wide receiver before Jackson Dart, in my opinion. All right, so if your team had to trade up, or stay put, would you trade up or stay? Your team had to trade up or stay put.
I will trade down. I will not trade up.
Okay, you're not trading. Okay.
We don't have a second round pick because we got Hunter last year.
Well, we're gonna put that to the test coming up here right now a little bit as we do our online PFF mock draft. And we're gonna go straight down like we did before in round one. It's gonna be quick though, but we're gonna make sure we do it. We're just gonna pick for our respective teams. All right, so trade up or stay put. Like I said, the Giants at 5. If Jeremiah Love is gone, and you still have a guy like Arvo Reese and Sony Styles, I would trade back to possibly. I just trade back. Well, depends. It all depends if the Browns want to come up and get Cardinal Tate. I'll take something from them to move from 5 to 6. I would definitely not want the Commanders to jump us.
So I got a question for you.
I don't want to trade with the Commanders.
Do you trade the number 10 pick?
That's a possibility.
Do you trade back? Trade that number 10 pick and trade back to gather more picks.
And that's another thing. So if that's the first thing, right? If the Giants stick at 5, right, and then come the 10th pick, right? They got a chance to go back. I would definitely want to trade back with a team that definitely needs some help, like got to get in front of the Cowboys, who has firepower. I would let a team like, you know what? I wouldn't think the Ravens would move up. John Harbaugh knows them. Ravens move up. They work together. Giants go down to 14. Ravens go up to 10. Giants get the 14th pick and some other stuff from the Ravens. I see something like that happening. Or it could be different, man. It's a crapshoot this year. So
now I got one other question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a real-time scenario. Do you trade the number 10 pick for A.J. Brown?
A.J. Brown? Hell no. I'm sorry, A.J. Brown. He's not worth a high second. He a mid-second, maybe third round. I'm not. You see, he's a big body guy. I'm telling you, he is not going to blow by anybody. Cover to him all day. He ain't going to do nothing.
Because he's on the trade block.
I know he's on the trade block, but that's with the Patriots. The Giants don't need that, especially for a 10 pick. We got to pay that big salary. No. We definitely not do that. At all. All right, so we discussed that. Who's going to have the biggest reach that you're afraid of in this draft in the first round? Who's going to reach? What team is going to reach for a player that you're going to be like, why did they do that? Why did they do that?
Well, considering the Bengals already reached before the draft started.
This is true. I'm not arguing with the Giants. They're good, man. I'm not arguing at all.
I think the Ravens reach.
You think the Ravens reach? Okay.
I think the Ravens reach.
Sounds like the Ravens moving up, possibly with the Giants.
I think they've reached and they try to either get something stellar on offense or they try to patch that defense up because the Ravens lost a lot of pieces this offseason.
Yes, on defense. I wouldn't put them by, like I said, it's a former relationship. It's going to be up front. Nothing going to be back. But I think the team that's going to mess it up, but also reach, is going to be. I think it's going to be Dallas Cowboys, and I only say that because right now they got a lot going on. You don't know if your wide receiver is going to show up. Do you draft a wide receiver number 1 overall, and then just let this guy go because he hadn't signed his tenure, he hadn't signed his contract yet? So I think Dallas reaches. It should be defense. I think they go offense, and that's going to just mess people up.
So picks 5, 6, and 7 control the draft.
Oh yeah.
Because depending on the way 5, 6, and 7 go is going to tell how the draft is going to go.
Exactly. Because we look at number 1. Take number 1 and number 2 out. The only thing that's right here, the Jets could go from 2 to 4 with the Titans. Maybe the Titans want to move up because they want a defensive person. or they don't see, or they think the Cardinals might draft Jeremiah Love before they do. Something like that. I can see 2, but you're right. 5, 6, 7. Those are some movers and shakers. Those teams can move up. Giants can move back. Giants can move up. I mean, it don't really matter for them to move up, but yeah, I definitely see a lot of movement from 5, 6, and 7. 3, a lot of people think 3 is where people want to move up to, but I think the Jets could move back. They have 2 first-round picks, right? The Jets. Am I correct? They have 2 first-round picks.
Yes.
And they also have 2 second-round picks. The Jets, and they also have draft capital for next year. So the Jets could move back because guess what? There's no quarterback this year for them. They can't pick. Nobody's going to pick Ty Simpson. I'm just being honest. Jets ain't going to pick Ty Simpson. And so they could have kept Justin Fields. I look at them possibly moving back. If it's not too far, maybe down to 4.
I think the Raiders and the Jets are really hoping that Manning was going to come out and that the other boy was going to come out this year.
Oh, Dante Moore.
I really think they both were hoping those 2 were going to come out this year.
Oh, it was definitely because it would have been Mendoza, then it would have been Dante Moore, and then Ty Simpson.
But I don't think Manning was ready, and I don't think Moore was ready.
Yeah, I definitely think that too. All right, so I think we're going to talk about which player is the biggest reach in this draft right now. Player, not the team that's going to reach. What player can you look at and say, hey, it's a reach because of this, not because of what you see up front. It's a reach because of this. My guy, like I told you before, I like his attitude, but I just can't. If you're injury prone in college, you're going to be injured in the NFL. The NFL is a tough, harder game. These guys are coming at you like freight trains. You have 300-pound people racing you down, landing on your legs. And this kid's had some injury. He has injury history. I love his moxie, but his injury history is scary. What player scares you like wide receiver? Jordan Tyson scares me. One of the Arizona State.
I think Caleb Downs.
Caleb Downs. Okay. Why is Caleb Downs scary?
Because I believe that he's a system guy, but Caleb Downs, I look at him as an old school player.
Yep.
And I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be able to tone it down so he can stay in the game. I think he's gonna be very penalty heavy. I think that he's gonna be. I think the game is gonna. I think he's gonna try to move too fast, and the game is gonna be too quick for him because he's trying to keep up.
So a lot of people are comping him to an Ed Reed type guy. Is that true? Is he like on Ed Reed's category yet? I mean, Ed Reed didn't come out of college great, right? Yeah, yes he did. But what about a guy like Hamilton out of Notre Dame? You think he can be that good?
I think Baltimore drafts him actually, and I think that's why Baltimore drafts him because I think they want him to be Ed Reed.
Yeah. You have Hamilton too, so.
And I don't think he is. Well, Hamilton's another one who plays. I mean, I like Hamilton, but he plays a little loose too.
Yeah, he tends to get a lot of injuries because he plays hard though. You can't fall from that.
Oh yeah, he definitely plays hard.
You had 2 safeties before. I mean, look what free safety and safety they did in Buffalo. I think it was Hyde and the other guy. They had a lot of success together in Buffalo. All right, so okay. So who's gonna be your first surprise pick, like in the first round? Who's gonna be the one you're gonna say, huh? You drafted him? Who's the surprise pick that you think will be a surprise pick? I got mine right. I'll tell you mine. Mine is linebacker Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech. I mean, they said he's a Brian Urlacher guy. I don't think so. Slowly, Brian Urlacher is so good. The best linebacker, in my opinion, is Singletary, Luke Kuechly. I mean, guys like that.
I think for me, it's Jordan Townsend. I think he goes early. I think somebody reaches way too early to get him.
Okay. All right. We just got our first person. Device. Jay was on, and now he's off. Okay, we'll wait for Jay to get back online again. Jay wanted to come in and say something as well about the program. You want to be a part of it? HTTPS streamyard.com/FITM4DSQCQ.
Like I was saying though, I just saw Roman.
Okay.
My son was at workouts, and he's from the area. He's from Edgewood.
Mm-hmm.
Went to high school. At my high school, his parents live in Joppa. I just saw him. He was in getting a quick workout in. Getting ready for the draft, going home to change here soon, and getting ready. I think he goes day one actually.
Really? Okay. All right. What's the first defensive player drafted? Who's the first defensive player drafted in the 2026 NFL draft? My opinion, I got David Bailey. Not the counterpart, the defensive end from Texas Tech. That kid has the size, the length, the strength. I think he's the first defensive player off the board.
I think either him or the one of the two corners.
That's Delaney and Hood.
The chicken on my gun.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, team.
Mm-hmm.
What team, in your opinion, is going to win the draft the first day? You got to pick a winner of the draft the first day. We haven't done our draft yet, which we're going to do in a little bit, folks. Right now. So, what team wins the draft if they do?
I hate to say it. I think it's going to either be the Giants or Philly.
The Giants are good because Philly doesn't have a lot of picks, right?
You never know what Philly's going to do.
Philly got one pick.
Philly always does something crazy and off the cuff.
Yeah. So when you look at Philly, you got Philly always does it. But I think a team that can win the draft on day one if they do it right, I do believe it's the New York Giants. And if they get a good offensive weapon for Jackson Dart, and they get an outstanding defensive player, and this is only day one, or if they move back, pick up some extra picks, whatever they do. I mean, the Giants. Only way the Giants can go wrong is if they don't do it right. There's no way you should be able to mess up pick 5 and 10.
I mean, they've done it before.
You can. I mean, you pick Daniel Jones. I get it. They picked Daniel Jones. So, all right. If you had one draft prediction before we start our draft, what's one draft prediction that you think is going to happen? With the player. What's a draft prediction that you have with the player?
I think there's going to be a crazy trade in the first round.
A crazy trade in the first round?
I think somebody's going to jump up from the middle teams to the top 6, top 7.
Top 6, top 7? Okay. All right. This is weird, but I got it. And my brother's not going to like it, but I got the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers at 21, drafting Ty Simpson at 21. Drafting Ty Simpson, quarterback out of Alabama. I got them drafting at 21. And I know it's the second round guy, and they could have possibly got him in the second round. But I think with all the
I think Pittsburgh definitely reaches for a quarterback.
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh's definitely going to reach for a quarterback.
And it's on their own fault because they had all the quarterbacks they wanted last year passed right on the board for them all last year.
Yeah, but I just think that's a prediction. I just look at it and I say, wow, Pittsburgh's going to do that. But you got Aaron Rodgers there just holding hostage. And when I look at Aaron Rodgers, I'm like, it's like his talent right now don't match his attitude. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not a Rodgers fan now. I mean, I think Rodgers has not had it since he left Green Bay.
Yeah, the Green Bay Rodgers for 2010, 2012. I'm like, bro, we're with you. We're doing this. This is 2026. That's 14 years ago.
You know, when Rodgers won that Super Bowl against Pittsburgh,
ain't no way. Ain't no way that guy is gonna, in my opinion, hold my team hostage. No way. We have allowed him to do that. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna spotlight two teams before we begin our draft. All right, spotlight two teams. Your favorite franchise. What team needs to rebuild their franchise in the draft? What team?
Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions. Why? Why do you pick Detroit Lions?
Detroit has to get some depth. I mean, they're a great team, but the injuries have killed them. The depth has killed them. I mean, the last 2 years they should have been Super Bowl. They were Super Bowl or busting, and they were bust.
Yeah. And you're right. You're right. I look at that. I think that defense needs a lot of work in the back. Defensively, you lost your bruising running back. They got to replenish that. You got to build some more confidence around that quarterback. That means they got to go offensive line. There's a lot going on with them. But I got to say, it's got to be the oh, we lost you. We'll get him back. Looking at a team that needs to rebuild their franchise, I got to go with the Giants again. I mean, we already know what the Raiders are about. You know, they're a team. They're 72. Right? We know what they're good. They're 72, and that's what they're going to have to do. But
sorry about that.
No, you're good. I'm just talking about the Raiders. I said the team that needs to rebuild right now is the Giants. And I know, fans look at, that's all you're going to say about the Giants. But no, they got a chance to rebuild right now really quick with their draft, with their draft picks and coaching staff, and the players they have coming back, the youth on their side. I could say the Raiders, but the Raiders are the Raiders. Let's be honest. The Jets are the Jets. Okay, the Jets are going to do what they want to do. So, and it's not a real New York team. Anyway, but if you look at that, in my opinion, it's the Giants that they definitely need to rebuild. And the Jets need to rebuild their franchise as well. So both New York teams, but the Giants need to rebuild. All right, teams drafting late, still with Super Bowl hopes. Who's more critical? A team right on the cusp of making a Super Bowl? Do they need to have a good draft? What are those teams? Give me two.
So this one's going to surprise you.
Probably not, because we're probably thinking the same thing.
Kansas City.
Yep, Kansas City Chiefs. I said the same thing. Kansas City Chiefs. And go ahead. I'm gonna let you. Go ahead.
I just think they got to rebuild. I mean, I think they. I mean, you need a wide receiver. You need a couple of wide receivers that you can count on. I think you need some wide receivers, and I think you got to trip that defense.
And the wide receivers to me are good. I just think you need to. Travis Kelce got to get his heir apparent. I don't know if it's on the team right now.
I think Travis is done.
This is last year. They gave him a lot of money. He plays last year. Thank him on his farewell tour. However, they have to get an heir apparent to him. Also, that offensive line has to get a little bit better, and also defensively, they let go of Trey McBride. Who was it they let go? I forgot what his name was. I don't know if it was McBride, but they let go of one of their stellar cornerbacks because he couldn't pay him. Too much salary going around with Patrick Mahomes. So, young tight end, some more defensive players, and Chris Jones is not going to be there forever, man. Chris Jones is going to be there forever.
Who is their backup quarterback now?
That's a good question. We'll find that out.
Because you got to get one.
Oh, they did. April 2026, Kansas City Chiefs added veteran Justin Fields behind Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes will never have to worry about his job being in jeopardy. He is strictly coming in if the game is out of hand or Patrick Mahomes is injured. But guess what? Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL, all that stuff, and he's not going to come back. That's why they got him early. They're going to be running a lot of a run-pass option with Fields just to spell Patrick Mahomes. He's not coming back until at least week 9, in my opinion, week 10. Patrick Mahomes, full Patrick Mahomes status. All right, so talking about that, which Oh well, I had one more, and it was the Baltimore Ravens. I'm sorry, the Baltimore Ravens, in my opinion, definitely they're on the cusp. They have to make it to the AFC. If they don't make it to the AFC Championship game, actually they need to make it to the Super Bowl because you got too much talent there. You fired your head coach because you wanted changes. Can they still have that same um, hold on the AFC North? Can they still be the most talented team in there? The Steelers beat them. That's what I'm saying. All right, front office under the most pressure before we start our live PFFF mock draft. Which front office is under the most pressure?
What'd you say? I didn't hear that one.
Which front office or which organization is under the most pressure this year? I already got one.
So I think there's two.
Okay.
I think they're both out of the East.
Okay.
I think the New York Giants.
Okay.
And I think Washington.
Okay, you said Washington. Okay. All right. I can say Giants, but under the most pressure, extreme pressure, right now, I think it's the Jets. Aaron Glenn. I mean, they ain't giving that man a hot second to sit in that seat before they talking about him being fired. I'm like, he just got the team. Just left a seat from Robert Saleh. The team is terrible. The owner came out and publicly humiliated the starting quarterback. And when he left, didn't mean anymore. I think it's a lot going on there.
I mean, I don't expect anything more from the Jets.
Hey, but a sleeper is this Minnesota Vikings. Okay, Minnesota Vikings GM right now. Who's the GM? Who's the GM for the Minnesota Vikings? Let me see. Okay. Okay, they got rid of Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. He was fired after 2025 season. Rob Brzezinski is the interim GM for the Minnesota Vikings. So that's another team, right? You got a quarterback they drafted, right? Out of Michigan, national championship team, looks statuesque. He looks like Tom Brady. He does all this stuff, but he's not that guy. Now you have Kyler Murray there. Kyler Murray is the one that has him, basically, he's got to play now. You know what I mean? He's got to play. So I can't wait to see that. But what I know y'all can't wait to see is this mock draft right now. Right now, this mock draft is right here. And T, where you at? Are you on the stage right now? Did you fall off? Okay. All right, we're going to do it like this. So we got our mock draft up now. Hold up. All right, T, you there? Let me add you back to the stage. All right. So every year we do our mock draft, and we got to make sure we get. We're only going to do for the first round, right? PFF. Let's set the parameters up to there. How much do you care about positional value? Half.
Yes.
Half. Randomness is fine right here.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And you are picking for your Washington Commanders. I am picking for my New York Giants in the first round. The rest is history. Actually, you know what? Let's just go like we used to go. Let's go one all the way down and see who picks it up, okay? Let's just do that. We're going to go all.
Go call Gigi for me. Oh, you can't call her.
And it's only going to be for the first round, too. So, all right. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
You go first.
All right. So, we're going to get to this draft right now. And on the clock, right now, I don't want to use the sound because last time I used that sound, somebody called me about copyright. So I'm going to just say, ding, 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 ding. All right. On the clock right now are the Raiders. The Raiders, they need wide receiver, tackle, defensive interior, safety. They need a lot. However, the Jets want to Jets want to trade? Nope. I don't want to trade. So we're going to start the draft. And our pick at number 1 is going to be Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza is going to the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. Number 2 on the clock right now are the New York Jets. And right now, Arvell Reese, Jeremiah Love, Sonny Styles, Ruben Bain. Jets need a quarterback, wide receiver, edge, and quarterback. Who would you like to pick?
Wide receiver.
We got some trades though. Trade with Tennessee at number 4. I told you this is the one that would come in. I told you. PFF is pretty smart like me. You want to trade or you want to go for wide receiver?
No, I'll trade with Tennessee.
Okay, so you're gonna obviously take Tennessee's 4th. Okay,
I want the 4th and the 36th
and the 35th
and the 35th, and I want next year's first.
I don't know. Hold on. That has a 48% chance of being accepted. Do you want to go with it? All right, offer the trade. So the Jets are willing to give up the 2nd round pick for Tennessee's 4th, 35th, and a round 1 next year. Let's see if Tennessee says yes. Oops. Tennessee declined. What do you want? Clock is ticking.
Give me their 2nd.
2nd for next year?
Yep.
All right. Ooh, look how quickly that came up. So that trade will be accepted. All right, now. Woo-wee. So, all right. So the Tennessee Titans are on the clock. What you want to do?
Wide receiver still.
Wide receiver. Okay. And who's the wide receiver? You got Carnell Tate.
Carnell Tate.
Carnell Tate. With the 2nd pick in the 2026 NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans move up to number 2 with the New York Jets. They give away their 4th pick, the 35th pick, and a round pick next year, and they pick up the wide receiver, Carnell Tate, out of Ohio State. On the clock right now are the Arizona Cardinals. Trade comes in. Cardinals need quarterback, tackle, defensive lineman, interior line, defensive lineman, and linebacker. And look who's sitting right there at the top. They're ranked number 2. Didn't even know he was going to be there. Arvell Reese. Yeah. Arvell Reese is now an Arizona Cardinal. Yeah. All right, the Jets are on the clock again. Let's see what the Jets got right here. All right, T, you got the Jets on the clock. The Jets need a quarterback, wide receiver, edge, and cornerback. These are all the positions that are left. Who do you give?
What trades do I got?
Okay, trades right now. You about to trade again. Kansas City goes to 9.
I'll take 9.
9.
29.
29.
And the 2nd.
And a round 2 next year for the 4th overall pick. This has a 13% chance of being accepted. I'll offer it to them. Wow, they accepted your trade. You got the 9th overall pick this year, the 29th overall pick, and 2 round 2s next year. Kansas City's on the clock. Who's Kansas City being picked up?
Jeremiah Love.
You playing with this draft something fierce. You out of control. All right, right now, quarterback, the Cleveland Browns. They need quarterback, wide receiver, guard, and tackle. And on the clock right now, they have Sonny Styles, Ruben Bain, edge. I don't think you do that to him. You don't edge like that, right? No, my bad. On the clock is the New York Giants. My bad. New York Giants on the clock at number 5.
That's you.
That is too easy. That is too easy right there. We got Sonny Styles. Boom. Sonny Styles. Done. Got it. Done. You on the clock at 6 with the Cleveland Browns. Man. Who you got?
Cleveland, that's easy.
You good?
Ruben Bryan, Miami.
Hey, fix your audio. So you said Ruben Bain, Miami. Okay, you're gonna piece him up with. You got it? Hello?
With Miles Garrett.
Ooh, your microphone.
Is that better?
No.
Let me jump out and jump back in.
Yeah, jump out and jump back in. So you said Ruben Bain Jr. Okay. Ruben Bain Ruben Bain Jr. right now. Okay, on the clock at Washington. Washington's running back, wide receiver, defensive lineman, and a safety. Wow, guess who's still on the board? Caleb Downs at safety. And there he is. Jeremiah Love's off the board. They got Caleb Downs. All right, I'm going to keep it moving right now. The Jets. The Jets gave up the second round pick, the fourth round pick. Oh, I'm sorry. The Saints are on the clock right now. So the Saints needs wide receiver, defensive lineman, linebacker. And you have wide receivers available, edges available, linebacker. Oh, so I'm telling you right now, you got to get somebody. I get David Bailey. You got to get somebody. Right? He's the best player available right now. For the Jets are on the clock at 9. The Jets. There you go. Just removed it from the stage. So, all right, T, we're waiting on you to come back. I'll continue. So, Jets are on the clock. Jets gave away the fourth and the second and the fourth pick. Picked up a lot of capital. They need a quarterback, wide receiver, edge, and quarterback. Guess who's out there, man? So Delaney is out there for him. All right, Giants are up at 10 again. Trade possibilities at 10 for the Giants. The Rams want to come up to 13 and take the 10th pick that Giants got for Cincinnati. We'll move down. We'll also pick up 61. See if they give us a round 4 next year. Actually, we need something this year. How about their Nope, I don't want that 200 pick. I'll take it around 4. So the 13th, the 61st, and a round 4 next year. We're going to offer that to them. And they took it. So the Rams are on the clock right now. The Rams need a wide receiver, tackle, linebacker. Guess who's there? Tackle. Boom. Francis McDowell, whatever his name is. Sorry, didn't mean to get it up. Francis Mugoa, tackle out of Miami, Florida. On the clock are the Miami Dolphins at 11. They need a wide receiver, guard, and a DB. Wide receiver, guard, and DB. Who's left? Makai Lemon right there, right? Wide receiver, Makai Lemon out of USC. Goes to Miami at 11. On number 12, the Cowboys. They need a defensive interior lineman, a linebacker, or a quarterback. All right, let's see who's left. Safety, tackle, guard, cornerback. And this is where the Cowboys reach. Okay. You got Gerard McCoy here. They reach and they get Gerard McCoy. And I'm not doing this because I'm a Cowboys hater. I just think the Cowboys do stupid stuff. All right, Giants on the clock at 13. Giants already picked up a linebacker, either wide receiver, guard. Who's like they're left for a guard? Wide receiver. Giants already picked up Sonny Styles, who is there still as wide receiver. And I didn't say I liked him, but I know the Giants still like him. And he's still on the clock right there. And the Giants are picking him up at 13. And that's going to be Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson for the New York Giants at 13. The 14th pick at wide receiver, center, guard, linebacker. They just need some help all the way around. Who's left right here? Guard. But I'm going to give them, they just got rid of their tight end. What other wide receivers left? That's definitely tough right there for me to think about that. Wide receiver, help out Lamar Jackson. Amari Cooper, Denzel Boston. KC Concepcion. I don't think they're need that right now. I'm gonna give him some help. See what he has at linebacker. This is pretty tough for them because I don't want to screw them like that. Linebackers left. C.J. Allen, linebacker out of Georgia. Can't go wrong without a Georgia linebacker. There's center here too. Third offensive lineman. Center. Olave Loan. They out of Penn State. It's a guard. Guard. And they need a guard. Let's go pick up that guard. That's right there. On the clock right now are the Buccaneers, Tampa Bay, tight end, guard, edge, linebacker. They need a wide receiver. They got rid of everything. So guess who's the tight end that's still on the board right now? Tight end, Kenyon Sadiq. Tight end out of Oregon. I like that kid. I like his moxie very well. Number 16, the Jets are on the clock again. The Jets, their pick, they got a quarterback already. They also need a quarterback, wide receiver, edge, and cornerback. So, edges go off quick, man. Edges go off so quick. Edge rush. Who's the next edge rush? Akeem Mezabor is still on the board. The Jets can pick him up. The Jets just got Akeem Mezabor. T just got you on stage. Ooh. Let me turn this volume down.
I don't know what's going on with my audio.
Yeah, I can still see the volume in there. So, let's see what I can do here. All right, can you hear me?
Is that better?
Oh no, not at all. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have you go in the comments, right? Have you go in the comments and
Because I don't know what's going on with my phone.
yeah, that sounds awful. Trying to edit your mic settings again. Try to come back again. All right, going to the draft again. All right, the Detroit Lions are on the clock. They need a tackle. They need a defensive lineman. They need you back.
I'm back. It keeps kicking me out.
All right, so that volume is weird. See if you can put it in your headphones or something like that. Try to find some headphones. But I'm gonna mute you for right now. So, all right, Detroit Lions tackle, defensive lineman, linebacker. Spencer Fano is there. A tackle, too easy. They got him on the clock right now on the Minnesota Vikings. You good? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure that's not me. I don't think it's me. All right, Minnesota Vikings are on. They need a running back, center, defensive interior, and a safety. Safety right now available, ranked number 11, still sitting there at 19. Dylan Henry. You need a center, defensive interior. All right, I'm gonna give them that safety right there that they need. I'm gonna let you look at the Carolina Panthers real quick. Carolina need a wide receiver, tight end, center, defensive lineman. Who you want me to look up? Wide receiver? Who's left? Cooper, Denzel Boston, KC Concepcion, Christian Bell. Who you like? Uh-oh, you froze. All right, let's come back to the stage. I got him right here. So tight end, center, defensive end. I'll look at him here, and I see. I'll give him a wide receiver. I'm gonna give him a wide receiver, and the wide receiver is gonna be Cooper from Indiana. Amari Cooper from Indiana. All right, Dallas Cowboys back on the clock at 20. Dallas Cowboys back on the clock at 20. Any defense, linebacker, and quarterback. Oh, linebacker there, C.J. Allen. We're getting for steal out of Georgia right there, so they'll pick him up. The Steelers are on the clock. Steelers need quarterback, running back, guard, tackle. They got Aaron Rodgers still. They got one of the best tackles in Monroe Freeling on the board. They also need a running back, guard. What running backs are there? Oh, second round grades. What quarterback is there? Ah, second round grades. What guards are there? Ranked 36th. Tackle. Monroe Fleming out of Georgia. All right. They're going all in on Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you about that. Even though I said that they're going to go all in on Aaron Rodgers. Okay, good, good. All right, so on the clock at 22, we got about 20-something minutes before we start watching the real NFL draft. All right, so we're going to do this. 22 are the Los Angeles Chargers. They need a wide receiver guard, a defensive interior, and a safety. Safety's right there. Highest ranked right there. Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Safety gets picked up. All right, 23. Now, this is wide receivers already gone. By this time, I think they're going to trade their guy. But they need a tackle, edge, and a safety. Okay? All this guys right here, 6'6", 285. Falk is not a pure pass rusher, but his length strength make him an ideal fit for multiple out fronts. He excels at holding line scrimmage and generating power. Come on, man. Right there. They got him. They got the edge. Boom. The edge they needed right there. All right, on the clock again are the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, they need quarterback. They need a wide receiver. What they picked first was edge, Ruben Bain. They already got their guy. I still hear your I still hear you.
Well, that's not me.
That's not you?
Nah, I changed devices and everything.
Let me see. Can you hear me?
Yep.
That's not me either. Okay, so what we'll do is, can you hear me again?
Yep.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll just chime in low so we will hear the buzz. But on the clock right now, can you see the screen? You just watch the screen on the clock right now. I'll let you pick this one. All right. They already picked up Ruben Bain, the edge out of Miami. Their needs are quarterback, wide receiver, guard, and tackle. I just picked the best person available. So right now they need quarterback. I don't think they need a quarterback. They got two already. They need a wide receiver, guard, or tackle.
They definitely need a guard.
A guard? All right, let's
Yep.
see. All right. He's ranked 36th. Emmanuel Pregnon out of Oregon.
What's the tackle? Who are the open tackles?
All right. The tackle right here is Blake Miller. He's ranked 25. That's right where they need to pick.
Yeah, I like him. He was a big boy too.
So Drake, that sounds so weird. I'm gonna mute you while I do this. That's Blake Miller going to the Cleveland Browns at 24. At 25 on the clock are the Chicago Bears, the Heart Attack Bears. Their needs are center, defensive lineman, and safety. All right. What's left? Let's look at defensive lineman. Caden McDonald. All right. Caden McDonald, size 6'3". According to PFF, the guy's pretty good, but they need safety help too, and center. So let's look at safety help and center. And I don't think they reach that far. I think they stick with their guy, and Caden McDonald at 28. I think of their guy. All right, up to you, Buffalo. Buffalo's needs are guard, defensive interior linebacker, and safety. Let's look at our defensive interior guys. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. There it is. There's our defensive interior guys. Let me unmute you real quick. There you go. Can you hear me? All right.
Yep.
Who do you like?
I like Christian Miller out of Georgia.
Kristen Miller out of Georgia is now a Buffalo Bill. All right, San Francisco 49ers on the clock. They're in need of guard, tackle, edge, safety. All right, there's an edge sitting right there. Cassius out, but he's 6'2", and they don't like edges that are short. So who's the tackle still sitting there? Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor. He's going to learn in the next 2 years from one of the best offensive linemen in the game. Caden Proctor is now a San Francisco 49er. They're going to help CMC run even better and help block for Brock Purdy. All right, you're up next. On the clock at 28, the Houston Texans. They need running back, center, guard, defensive interior. Who you got?
So I think they trade out.
Oh, you want them to trade out? Okay. Miami Dolphins at 30. You want their 30, and you want their what? They're only going to give you 75. They ain't going to give you that one. All right, 130, 94.
What's that, 87?
Let's go back and check 87. 87 has 41% chance.
Yeah, I want the 87.
All right, let's try it. They are with that trade. They are with that trade. So right now, the Miami Dolphins are on the clock. They need wide receiver, guard. They already picked up Mekhi Lemon, the wide receiver. They need a guard and DB. Who's right there? Avion Terrell?
Yep.
Avion Terrell, quarterback out of Clemson. All right, we're moving down this draft pretty good. We got about 4 more to go. The Jets are back on the clock. The Jets have picked up a quarterback and an edge. They got Akeem Mesidor, by the way, and Mansour Delaney. All right, the Jets got an edge and a quarterback. They need a wide receiver and a quarterback. What wide receiver is still on the board right now for the Jets? Oh my goodness, at 35, Casey Concepcion, but Denzel Boston is here. Denzel Boston, I'm looking at it. He's 6'4", smooth moving, extra with the size and skill and self-developed starting outside. Ooh, I like that. In zone coverage, but in single coverage issues, he's often the player to bet on thanks to his elite hand strength. And right there, the Jets make up all the blunder, and they pick up Denzel Boston, wide receiver out of Washington. Pick 30, the Houston Texans on the clock. Their needs are running back, center, guard, and defensive interior. You look at Houston, what does Houston need? Houston needs a running back. Woo! Jadarion Price. A little too high for him, though. What do you think?
So I like him.
You like Jadarion Price?
Yeah, I'll take him there.
So would you want to draft him right now, or would you want to look at a center, guard, or defensive interior?
No, I'll take Jadarian right there.
Jadarion Price it is. Wow. Both Notre Dame running backs go in the first round. That is a big thing right there. All right, on the clock are the New England. I'm taking a break to help myself from we don't know what you need help from. Patriots are on the clock. Patriots didn't pick anyone as their first pick since they were in the Super Bowl last year. They are in need of a tackle, defensive lineman, and a linebacker. So, but you got edge rusher here. You got an edge here. That's what they did pretty good with that. Let's look at this guy, Max Iron-Anchor. He's 6'6". He's only been playing football since 2021. His development can be inconsistent, technical power. I don't think they go that route. Look at linebacker. You look at defensive lineman. And what defensive lineman is there? Caleb Banks. I think Caleb Banks is good. He's 6'6". Best arms, he lies in front, and that's what they love to do. And he's 330 pounds. But also, you got Peter Woods right here as well. And he's 6'3". The Patriots pick up Caleb Banks, defensive interior. The Patriots, defensive line and defensive interior. Because they don't like to tackle at that point right there in the first round. All right, on the clock right now, the last pick in our 2026 Speak Up Sports NFL Mock Draft, Day 1 show. And the Seahawks pick who? They need a running back, an edge, and a DB. Who you got? Oh, you're getting broken again, but I can't hear you.
I'll take Howell.
You take Howell?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Howell, they need an edge. You got edge Howell right there, so Cassius Howell. All right, so that concludes our draft. Let's see what PFF gave our draft as a draft grade. So, oops, that play isn't in our playbook just yet. They did not let us do. Okay, well, here's the first round draft for us right here, guys. The Speak On Our Sports first round mock draft is we have Fernando Mendoza going 1, Carnell Tate going 2 via trade, the Jets. Arville Reese going 3rd to the Arizona Cardinals. Number 4, Tennessee Titans jump out and they trade with Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs draft Jeremiah Love, number 4. The New York Giants see all this going on and they say, you know what, stick to our guns. We pick up Sonny Styles, linebacker at Ohio State. Cleveland comes up where they pick Ruben Bain Jr., edge out of Miami. Washington Commanders, they pick up safety Caleb Downs. The New Orleans Saints pick up edge rusher David Bailey out of Texas Tech. And at number 9, the Jets pick up their cornerback Mansour Deline. And at 10, the Los Angeles Rams pick up a road grader for their quarterback Matthew Stafford and Francis Mugoa. He's the tackle out of Miami, Florida. And at 11, the Miami Dolphins select wide receiver Mekhi Lemon, the wide receiver out of USC. At number 12 overall, the Dallas Cowboys select Gerard McCoy, cornerback out of Tennessee. And moving on real quick, I know a draft is getting started a little bit. That's 12, 13. The Giants, who traded with Atlanta, pick up Jordan Tyson, wide receiver at Arizona State. And at 14, the Baltimore Ravens give a good blocker, interior blocker for Lamar Jackson, and a good interior blocker for the running back. And they draft guard out of Penn State, Olave Vega Long. And at 15, Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end out of Oregon, goes to the Buccaneers and gives another weapon for Baker Mayfield with the departure of Mike Evans. All right, the Jets get Akeem Mesidor, edge out of Miami, Florida. And at 17, the Detroit Lions need a lot of tackle help. They need a lot of help on defense, but tackle is the best thing for them right now. They get Spencer Fano out of Utah. All right, 18 is safety, Dylan Thieneman out of Oregon. And at 19, Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver out of Indiana. And C.J. Allen goes to the Dallas Cowboys, linebacker out of Georgia. Starting to fill out what the Philadelphia Eagles do. They're dipping in that Georgia stuff right there. All right, 21. Even though I predicted this early, wanted this to happen, even though I said this, the Steelers, they don't choose a quarterback right now in Ty Simpson. They wait to the second round to see if they can, or jump back up in the first round to get him at the end, so we get him for that big year. But Steelers went with Monroe Freeling, tackle out of Georgia, because they're still going to keep Aaron Rodgers, despite how long he holds this organization hostage. All right, moving on to the Los Angeles Chargers. They have safety Emmanuel McNeil Ward. And the Philadelphia Eagles go edge. A lot of their defense was missing, so they're going to go edge. They got Keldrick Kwok. They could have drafted a wide receiver here, but A.J. Brown isn't going anywhere yet. We'll see what they get for him. The Knight is still young, but also they could draft one in the second round when they move up if they do tend to trade A.J. Brown. They're going to wait till next year and get a pick in the draft something this year. All right, moving on to the Cleveland Browns at 24. They picked up Blake Miller, tackle out of Clemson. And 25, Chicago Bears picked up Caden McDonald. They need some defensive pressure. Their defense was not good last year when it came to pressure like that. They need some interior pressure, create that pressure to get the ball back. At least give their team a little bit of, just play better defense in the inside. All right, 26. The Buffalo Bills select Christian Miller. He is a defensive interior guy out of Georgia. And the San Francisco 49ers, they pick up Caden Proctor. He is the tackle out of Alabama. And at 28, the Miami Dolphins pick up Avion Terrell, cornerback out of Clemson. They do need one. And the Jets dip back in, and they get Denzel Boston, wide receiver out of Washington. Jets picked up some pretty good people right now. Keem Mesidor and Denzel Boston. After moving back, they got some capital as well. The Houston Texans pick up Jeremiah Love's running mate, Jadarian Price. I think this is a good fit. Correct? I just think it's a good fit. He runs hard. He has elusive speed. Doesn't fumble the ball. Very tough run through the tackles. And he can hit that edge on the defensive end. I like Jadarian Price. Houston Texans pick there. 31, Caleb Banks, defensive interior line. Yeah, the Patriots need some help there. And at 32, the last picked by T the Great, Cassius Howe, edge, Texas A&M. Definitely going to help those champs. I mean, can you go wrong for winning the Super Bowl? I mean, you pick at the bottom. Basically, that's the top of round 2. People say it's the end of round 1. Top of round 2, but I think it's just like they're in a perfect position. It's still a good player, and the edge rush is what they need to cash this out. So, all right. With that being said, this is our draft. Call us out on it. I want you to call us out on this. You see this? Remember it. Call us out on it because we have what we have here, and this is what T and I came up with. We had some trades in here. We had some fun with it. But teams that you expect to come out here with somebody, definitely the Jets. Jets came out here with Keem Mesidor, and they got the wide receiver from Boston. And the Giants, they got their linebacker Sony Styles, but they also picked up their wide receiver in Jordan Tyson that they always wanted from them. So, all right, with that being said, the draft is going to start, and I couldn't be more prouder of my team this year. And it just seems like we are just getting started, and I'm super excited about the Giants. I'm super excited about everybody's team, and I can't wait for the draft. So, all right, T, I know you're there. I know you have some technical difficulties. So, my dog is starting to bark there. It was a pleasure. I hope your team does well this year. I hope my team does well this year. And enjoy the draft, everyone. T, get your mic fixed so we can do this. All right, man. Love you. Talk to you later. Appreciate you guys. And I hope your team does well. Check us out tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll do round 2 again, myself and T. And we'll make sure that you guys are a part of the program. Love you again. And the Speak Out of Sports 2026 NFL Mock Draft Show Day 1. And you already saw what we had. I'll definitely post up. I'll download this image right now. I'm going to post this right here. So we definitely can have this as a record on here. That this is our draft, but you saw it anyway. And we'll definitely start off with round 2. We'll start off with round 2 again. So With that being said, enjoy your evening, enjoy the draft, enjoy your team. Hope your team does well. I hope they don't play my team. And it's 2026, the football season. It's a little ways away, but this is one step towards us seeing our teams play. I'm rooting for you. Talk to you guys later. Bye.